afternoon. Today I'll be presenting an oral on declarative memory of physiologically induced fear experience. The research question identified was, does the enhanced consolidation of declarative memory for emotional material require the amygdala? I will now explain why a student wanted to study this research question. It was found that previous studies have indicated the amygdala is involved in the fear experience. This is a well-known connection. Declarative memory is a long-term memory associated with recollection of events and facts, which has also been found to be related to fear emotion states. Some studies have found that this declarative memory is also impaired without a functioning amygdala, indicating a link between the amygdala and memory associated with fear emotion states. The author has thus noted the gap in the research regarding whether fear can lead to memory enhancement like sensory fear without a functioning amygdala. Additionally, more recently, research has found a fear state can be induced without a functioning amygdala. One study found that a physiological fear-induced state, rather than an emotional fear-induced state, may be possible in individuals with amygdala dysfunction. This study, conducted by Feinstein et al. 2013, induced a physiological fear response in individuals with bilateral amygdala lesions through carbon dioxide inhalation. You can see the results from this study in the figure presented, where fear response is elicited in amygdala lesion patients. Therefore, the student noted another gap in the research regarding fear states successfully induced even without a functioning amygdala, ultimately leading to the research question to determine if declarative memory consolidation can be enhanced by a physiological fear state, and is the amygdala needed for this? I will now discuss the how. Two groups of participants were recruited, an experimental group with individuals with bilateral amygdala lesions and a control group of individuals with healthy functioning amygdala. Prior to the experiment, the participants were told emotional state, not memory, was being tested, which is a form of deception the author employed to minimize rehearsal. The procedure involved two experimental memory conditions, a neutral condition of compressed air inhalation and a fear condition of CO2 inhalation. The conditions were randomized. The participants would lie facing a monitor, be fitted with an inhalation mask, and observe for signs of fear. During inhalation, participants would focus on images presented on a monitor. The distraction task would also be used to avoid strong consolidation of images. Then, an emotional self-report questionnaire would be administered. 1 week post-study, the true nature of the experiment would be revealed to the participants, who would then undertake a recall and recognition memory test. Participants will then undertake another experimental condition. Finally, the difference between improvements of the control group and experimental group in neutral and fear testing conditions would be calculated.